We haven't been live? Why have I been talking if I'm not on air?
Get through it.
Oh, it's weird how it changes
Just
the
when you
light.
talk, maybe go close.
Yeah, I
Just
will.
to remember.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's bad though.
Whatever.
This is our.
There? Shit.
It's my favorite part when people think they're not on mic and we're live.
Oh, sorry.
Hey everybody, it's that time of year for another year of the traditional small town hot cocoa romance 2024 Hallmark Christmas movies. Hallmark is releasing 47 new Christmas movies on the Hallmark Channel, Hallmark Mysteries, and Hallmark Plus. But can they all be good? Nope. Based on previous years, a third of these movies will be a big disappointment. However, they are all Christmas movies, and I can't be happier for them to start. So I brought on 4 of my fellow YouTube Hallmark Christmas fans to choose 5 movies that they are most excited for and which ones they may not be looking forward to. So let's discuss the Hallmark 2024 Christmas movies. Hey everybody, first up, if everyone who has been here has been on my channel before, first up is Kacy from the YouTube channel and Instagram page, The Heart of Reviews. Kacy, welcome back to Christmas Summit Podcast. What was your first reaction to the Christmas movies when they were announced?
I had lots of them, lots of screaming, a little bit of angry crying. 47 is quite a lot, so it's going to be a lot this year.
Yes, yeah. And below me is John and Daniela from the YouTube channel, Hallmark Reviews. John and Daniela, we're getting 47 movies this year. Is it too many or not enough?
If you look at it as like 7 movies in a couple different dimensions, then it's a lot easier. Because that's kind of what it is. There's, like half of the movies cancel each other out, so I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it too. I think we're good. 47. Let's go.
Yeah, the answer is it's not enough, but that's okay. And last but not Seth is Chad from the Christmas Cousin podcast. Chad, we chatted a bit about our reaction to the Christmas movies on your podcast, and have you had a chance to look at the list, or have you been too busy surfing? Oh, now we can't hear you.
There you go. Here you go. I was killing it too, everyone. It was hilarious what I was saying. But Joe, ever since we first saw the list, and Joe broke it to me at like 9:09 that morning, and we just squealed for 5 minutes straight live on the phone. Mm-hmm. And my throat was pretty bad for a while, but I did have a chance to digest it. And actually, I not only have 5 movies I think are going to be great, I came up with like 7, 8, 9. I was like, wow, this is going to be fantastic. Mm-hmm. And I have the same amount that are like 5, 7, 8, 9. That will be horrible. And I couldn't choose. So I like this balance, John. I like that what you said is basically 7 movies just with different kind of, blended up different ways. One's on liquefy, one's on blend, one's on great. So I'm excited for it this year.
Yeah.
So we looking at all your lists, we had a lot of similarities. So a couple of thoughts here as I'm looking at the list here. John and Chad, you both chose some unique movies that were kind of the same. While Kacy, Daniela, and myself agreed with a number of movies. So there was we had our tastes are different from theirs, but we'll see. I mean, we all had some movies that nobody else picked, and I'm interested to see why some of these movies were chosen, and I'm interested how when you looked at this list, how you came into it. My thought is this before we begin. I chose movies that weren't necessarily the big movie because first off, I'm going to watch all 47. That's just a given. But, I did not choose certain movies that people would expect because, I'm going to watch it. I'm probably going to like it. It's probably going to be one of the best ones. I tried to find ones that were unique and ones that got me more excited for is like, oh, that sounds great. And yes, I'm going to watch this big one over here with these 3 guys, but there's got to be some other ones. What about everybody else? What is your thoughts when you went in to choose?
I mean, going into choose, I was automatically kind of seeing some dark horses where it's like, okay, these aren't going to be the necessary fan favorites, but I think these will be the winners. And my mentality on it was picking matches, because overall when I saw the list, I'm not thrilled with the matchups, and that's what even like the high tier ones, like Lacey and Palaha. Yeah, so I'm down with the list, but my picks are some weird ones, I think.
Yes.
I made one error, and one of my picks was not supposed to be one of my picks.
So Kacy, what did you think? How did you choose your 5?
I also went into it. You asked for like personal, what we're most excited for, and I'm not always excited for the movies that are necessarily the best movies, right? Like I'm excited for certain actors, for certain elements of the film. So I went into this thinking, what would I want to tell people about these movies that maybe they're not thinking about them that way, because maybe it seems like it might be a terrible film, which it also might be.
And Chad, what were your thoughts?
I have certain parameters that I like in these movies. And Joe, we've discussed this many times. I like a very reductive plot. I like where they go to the small town. I like where they're fixing like the little inn, the B&B. I don't like the big city ones. I hate when they're like working or hospital things, or if they're too maudlin. So that's what I look for. I scroll down if I see like Vermont, Maine, small town. How about Niagara on the Lakes for my Toronto friends over here? Love that small town. I don't know where that Christmas movie is. It should be coming. But that's what I look for. And those are the ones I'm most looking forward to. And as soon as I see something else, like they go to New York, I'm sorry. It's just not for me. I don't like it. So that's what I look for. Keywords, New England towns.
Well, with that being said, why don't we get started and talk about, we're introduce each of us have movies that we brought, and we'll introduce them and go one at a time, and then we'll see which ones we all pick together. And then at the end, we each picked a worst one, and we each picked a unique worst one. So that's going to be good. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So first up, Chad's pick. You chose Trivia at St. Nick's.
Yes. And I have the synopsis right here, which is Trivia at St. Nick's, Friday, November 8th, which I believe is right around your birthday, or is your birthday, right, Joe?
Day before.
The day before. Okay. So
mine's November 10th.
Oh, there you go. Be a big live party event. So this is starring Tammin Sursock and Brant Daugherty. I don't know either of these two. The synopsis is, when students all flee an elite university in Vermont, ching ching, drink, for winter break, so no work, right? Small town, no work, and faculty hunker down for their favorite time of the year, the annual Christmas bar trip. I'm so excited just reading the synopsis. I need to take a breath, catch my breath. The annual Christmas bar trivia tournament, due to a last-minute change-up, an astronomy professor and a football coach much endure the ultimate holiday scavenger hunt on campus. Wow, where are the sound effects, Joe? Ding, ding, ding. This sounds amazing. November 8th can't come soon enough. So yeah, what's not to love? Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Both me and Daniela were like, we were fighting over that one for that movie, the worst movie.
That's awesome. I love that. Everyone I picked too, Joe and I review them too. I'm like, this is the best movie of the year. And he's like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I wish I was blind.
Also, I don't recall seeing her before. She looks like Candace Cameron Bure, but like,
yes.
She's like,
yes. She's like Kirkland's version of CCB. Like they got her at Costco because CCB is on the other channel. I don't know her, but I think I just came from Costco, so it's on my mind. But I guess they're introducing new people, and they're like, look, CCB, you left the channel. We just cloned a younger you. And there you are. Oh, a sound effect.
Oh, you got some applause. Yeah.
What is this? The Christmas Cousins? This is great. Nice.
So, yeah.
What did you guys think? So, Joe, Kacy, what do you think? We know what John and Daniela think.
This sounds
awesome.
Doesn't sound good. No, I'm sorry. I think it sounds very confusing. I want them all to be great. I mean, unfortunately they can't, but it takes place in a bar, so I think that might be something
you
good,
like that, right?
I do like that.
I have to say, it'd be cool if the football coach was also running for vice president, just to have a little twist in it would be cool. And the football coach, the astronomy professor. I mean, scavenger hunt might throw it off a little, but It's going to be fun. Look, they put all the best movies Friday, November 8th. That's the biggest weekend.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, this movie is not for me. But hearing you get excited about it makes me excited for it.
Okay.
Tammin has been in a lot of movies that I watched when I was younger. Like, she was in Aquamarine. I think she was in, like, Pretty Little Liars. She's always a villain. And so seeing her as, like, she's definitely going to be, like, the hard-nosed professor. And, like, Brant was in the one where he's been in stuff. And he's just not my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Okay.
That villain face, I see it.
Yeah.
I may have to invite you all on my show, the Christmas Cousins Pod. That's at Christmas Cousins Pod on Facebook and Instagram. On my show to discuss this after when you all say, Chad, we are eating our Christmas hats. This was the Citizen Kane of Christmas movies. This is amazing. We're all moving to Vermont and becoming astronomy professors.
I will remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. It's on November 8th.
And something I forgot to mention. All of these movies, everybody has agreed that you are going to watch at least the 5 that you chose and the worst.
Yes.
And in January, we will all get back together and see if you chose right or if you chose wrong, like Chad.
I love that. I love it.
That is great. But did I sorry, go on.
Just like a percentage ratio of how good they're going to be, because it's not going to be in the negative ratio.
That is good. Joe, did I agree to watch the bad one? I did.
Yes.
I agreed to that. Do you have that in writing? Because I'd like to see that, because
Yes.
I can't imagine sitting through this. But okay.
Well, it's 6 movies. Come on, you can do it.
Okay.
I'm going to watch all 47 of these, so you have to.
Yeah. Are all of you doing that? John and Danielle and Kacy, you're watching all 47? Wow.
Definitely.
Wow.
I usually miss a few.
I mean,
Well, okay. Yeah.
we reviewed every single
We
one.
reviewed every single one last year.
At least this year, we're gonna at least watch them all.
And it's our
Wow.
top, so we got to like get on it.
Okay. Well, I'm available after the 8th to review this movie. So let me know. I've got a lot of thoughts.
All right, Kacy, your first pick.
Okay. I'm very excited. This is probably, like, honestly my top. So, The Finish Line, starring Kim Matula, could not tell you if that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry to her. Bo Murchoff. It comes out Sunday, December 1st. And it's about a woman who goes to Finland to compete in dog sled racing because her father has passed and she wants to do it in his honor, in his memory. So I picked this because I'm obsessed with Finland, like really obsessed with Finland. And that did not help after they did My Norwegian Holiday and made Norway seem amazing last year. That was an incredible film. So this can only be that in my mind. It's written by the woman who wrote Mystic Christmas, which I really liked last year. And it stars the woman from Ghosts of Christmas Past. She's incredible. So
She's good.
10 out of 10 for me already. Like, I don't need to see the movie.
Yeah, that's a great pick, Kacy. That one was on my long list, and I took it off only because I wasn't crazy about the matchup. I love Kim Matula, I'm going to say.
Matula, yeah. It was in my honorable mention. It was like number 6, 7. It didn't make my top 5, but it was just under. So I'm excited about this one. Doesn't that guy look like Tyler in the thumbnail?
A little bit, yeah.
Looks like Tyler.
Yeah, the photos don't look. Some of the stars don't look like themselves in these photos. It's because you'll see that later on. There's a few of them. You're like, oh yeah, that's that person, and I'm not sure if what's going on here, but I don't know. I think I love Kim, and like she was great. And I don't know, the idea of this one hasn't caught on to me yet, and maybe
the Norwegian, the one from last year, Norwegian, because
That was good. Yeah.
that features on, so people are going to gravitate towards it.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
She was in that great one, the Ghost one 2 years ago,
Yes.
and then last year she was in a not good one. At least I thought. So they underused her because her talent. She's great, and I thought this one had a typo in the way they spelled Finnish, so I didn't even read the synopsis. But now I get it. It's cute.
All right, number 3. This is my first pick. Jingle Bell Run. Ashley Williams and Andrew Walker. So Avery, an unadventurous school teacher whose sister secretly signs her up for the Great Holiday Dash, a Christmas-themed reality competition show where she's paired with former hockey player Wes. And despite clashing at first, Avery's puzzle-solving skills and Wes's physical powers help them excel as they travel from city to city. So at first, it sounds awful because you hear, puzzle-solving skills, and that's not a huge huge thing. And I will awfully say that, reality show on Hallmark movies have never been great, but it's Ashley Williams and it's Andrew Walker together in a film.
Their first time together.
Their first time together. I think it's going to be fun. I hope it's crazy, silly, because, she's great at that. Andrew will, go along with that. And I'm really excited for this one. I'm just hoping that the reality competition is not awful.
That's a hard sell, Joe.
Yeah, I know.
So I had this one on my page. I wasn't sure which category. And then I was like, oh, wait a second. Andrew Walker, they play the same character. So, it's automatic cancel. So I think this one's going to be in the bottom. But it'll be fun to watch for sure.
Yeah. I just want to see them together on screen. I'm curious about the characters.
Yeah, I think they're going to go all zany. I mean, they have the satin jackets. They're trying to really lay it in already. So there was the other one, the reality show competition with John Brotherton a couple years ago at the NCCB, and I don't know if you guys like that one. That was terrible. Yeah,
that
horrible.
was an awful one.
Bad.
Yeah.
I know.
And even the one I even watched the Tyler one from this year with the reality car competition one, and that was. That wasn't good either.
Actually, oddly enough, Brooke Dorsey and Jonathan Bennett had the best one, and it was like
the wedding one, right?
Medium. Yeah, the wedding competition one. Competitions
Yeah.
are actually though. My first pick is a competition. Like the second Joe.
Yep. So we have a comment from Commander Gaman. Wow, that is a lot to watch. So yeah, regarding our 47 movies that we're all going to watch and have no lives in December, because that's basically how that works, So okay, well that was Jingle Bell Run. Daniela, you picked The Christmas Quest. Easy
pick,
Daniela. The only person to choose the Lacey movie.
This is. Look, I know it's it's an obvious choice, but Lacey Chabert, Christopher Polaha, amazing. Okay, I'll read the synopsis. An archaeologist and her ex-husband, an expert in ancient Norse languages, are sent to Iceland at Christmas time to search for the legendary treasure of the Yule lads. When others join in the hunt, the pair find themselves swept into a thrilling adventure as they race to keep it from falling into the wrong hands.
Oh my God.
You got adventure, you got Christopher, you got Lacey. Honestly, I'm watching this for Christopher and Lacey. Those two, we know this. Yeah. They're Hallmark royalty. They always bring their A game. Even if the movie itself is a little meh, not great, they always elevate it in their performances.
It's going to be a good story because look who it is. It's like King A and Queen B. It's obviously going to be one of the better stories, regardless. You know that because of the thing. I had this on my list also, but I knew it was going to cancel out with yours. I think it's going to be good, but I don't see the chemistry.
That's interesting.
And honestly, I didn't see the chemistry. I was worried about the chemistry with him and Joy Lenz, and it happened. So I'm sure he can pull it off. I'm sure they can. Take it, that's what they're all doing anyway. So I do think this is going to be a hit, but I took it off my list. I wanted to say that.
Okay.
He called in, Joe. Yeah. He was on this show before, actually. Kacy, did you know that? Palaha called in one episode live, came on air.
Yeah.
Yes. It was very cool.
He came
He's
on
a big Joe fan, it turns out.
Yes. And he's probably my favorite. Like him and Paul Campbell are probably my favorites.
And he heard me screaming in the background.
Yes, he did. Yeah, I remember that.
Because he is my ultimate number one, and I will always support anything he does.
That's true.
So this is probably my number one movie I'm looking forward to, but I kept it off the list because it's the obvious choice. And I'm going to love it. I'm sure I'm going to love it. Lacey has very rarely disappointed me. Christopher has rarely disappointed me. So I think it's going to be good. Will the quest be interesting? That's going to be, for me, the problem. Like, I think, they all fall in love and they all, they somehow all, most of the time, pull it off. So, but I think the quest is what I'm looking for. I want it to be,
Huh. The quest is what's throwing me off, what's making me not interested. I don't know. How are they going to save the small town if they're questing all over the place? So
I don't think there's a small town.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
with the
also-
old ads yeah.
Lacey, for me, I love her. She's the queen of Christmas. I support her wholeheartedly. Lately, her movies have disappointed me by quite a lot. Like the last years, not for me. But I do think her with Palaha, I think it might give her that bump back up into having a good movie.
Okay.
So I'm here for it.
Nice.
I'm worried about the 3-foot height difference.
They were even scared to show it in the poster or the promos. It's
Yeah.
Yeah. They totally angled the camera a little.
So, all right.
Hey, Kacy, you didn't like the one she was in last year? That was the follow-up one, right? The HOA movie? You didn't like that?
No, she was in that, but the Scotland or the Ireland one, she's done both. The Christmas at Castle Hart.
Oh, yeah,
Was that
yeah.
the name?
I like
Yeah.
Couldn't stand it.
with Party Five.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
I kind of like that one.
Scott Wolf.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That was made for cable TV pups.
I liked it. But you know why? Because that was a Party of 5 reunion,
Yeah.
and I'm 90s kid, so I was obsessed with it.
Auto pass.
Right.
All right, John, your first pick, the Christmas Charade.
Wait,
yeah.
that's not my first pick.
It's not your first, but it's one of the you're the only person to pick it.
In your own order. Okay,
Oh
fine.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Christmas. I think it's Charade actually.
Charade. Okay.
So I'm going solely on matchups and actors for this one. This one completely, it reeks of terrible movie. I'm going to read the terrible synopsis now because it sounds bad. A cautious librarian raised by home. Yeah, it does. You have to save like a security company. It's the same thing as a small town.
Right.
Anyway, a cautious librarian raised by home security experts finds herself in a real-life adventure when a blind date mix-up leads her into an undercover FBI operation. Come on, dude. Forced to pose as the girlfriend as Special Agent Josh, she helps him track down an art thief targeting the St. Nicholas Ruby at a Christmas Eve charity ball. No, that sounds awesome. Obviously, that should be, that's a weird half mystery one, I guess.
Yeah.
And Rachel Scarston, I think she can. I think
her in the,
I think
like,
both of
Secret
them.
Service. She's always in like Secret Service. She was
Right.
I think she just likes to have her hair pulled back.
Yeah, maybe
I think Corey is due for a win.
I love Corey.
And both the actors are good. I think it's going to be terrible script, good outcome.
See, honestly, this was on my list. Like, I almost picked this movie solely because the plot is almost the plot of the movie The Librarian. And I really like those movies. Like, they're made for TV. They are awful, admittedly, but like I think they're delightful. So if this is anything like those movies, I think it's going to be amazing.
Plus, they put it 5 days before Halloween. That's how much they believe in it. So really, Hallmark's behind it too. She was in the one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're going off. You're going off like I guess American schedules.
No, we would schedule. No.
Oh, well, it's October 26th. It says here.
Thanksgiving run up, right?
No, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Well, they have a different Thanksgiving.
We have a different cutoff. We have our Halloween cutoff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, last year she was in that Christmas Island one, which was excellent, fantastic one.
Yeah, see, hair pulled back.
Hair pulled
Yeah,
back.
you're right. Shakes her hair pulled
See,
back. Okay.
Chad's bringing that up because I hate that movie so much.
It wasn't that. I think we liked it, right?
I rated it a hit because it was.
Wait, did I say it was a
It was charming. I think you did.
Oh no. Okay.
I think it made my top 5, maybe my top slot.
It was your top one. It was your number one. We went through our favorites, and it was your number one movie. And I think for me, it was like 3 to the bottom.
I did choose right before we went on air, in fairness to me, so that might have changed if I read closer. But
well, I said this on your podcast, Chad, that Corey can kind of have that 007 kind of look, I think, and she's great, and I love the what was the nanny one, I can't remember what that was called.
I hate that. The Royal Nanny.
The Royal Nanny.
That's another reason I think this is going to be her comeuppance for that.
Yeah,
I hope so.
I'm pulling for this one. I think this one might be good. And of course, right before Halloween, why not? I mean, Halloween's over for me now. It's time for Christmas. So.
All right, we'll see.
All right.
Do
Chad.
we agree it's charade, or is that a Canadian thing? Because I always said charade.
Well,
Let's put a poll up.
I don't know how to put up a poll.
Yeah.
I say charade.
I know. I do
You say
too.
charade. I say charade.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Do you say parade or parade? Like, do you go to the Thanksgiving Day parade?
We do say something.
We don't do parades in Canada.
We don't.
All right,
what do I
Chad.
have?
To have and to hold.
I picked this one.
You picked this
no,
one.
I do to have and to holiday. Is that the same one?
Oh, is it? Oh,
To have-
I didn't finish typing it out. So yeah, to have and the holiday.
I picked this one. This one
Yes.
sounds terrible. Okay. I don't know why I picked this. When Celeste gets engaged to Jason after just a few months of dating, her father and the couple's would-be officiant, Pastor Mark, insists on putting him through a pre-wedding boot camp filled with Christmas-themed challenges. Oh, it wouldn't be over. Okay, Christmas-themed challenges sounds fun. I can't believe I picked this, though, but okay, maybe I was in a rush trying to get somewhere. So I'm really looking forward to this one.
This was a good pick. This was another honorable mention for me. This was in my top 10 because I thought it sounded fun. I want to see them like compete, and then they realize they're not meant for each other. But then there's a twist that they are meant for each other. I don't know.
Yes.
I like it. I think it's gonna be fun.
Okay. I thought a lot of montages. I like the montages. So like all the different theme challenges, they're like making the cookies. Yeah, right? You're shaking your head. You like that, right? They do the powdered sugars flying all over. That's fun.
It'll be fun.
Then they put it on their noses. Then it's like playfully putting it on the nose.
Who's in this?
Yeah, like I
Who are the? I don't know who they are.
I don't know either.
She looks familiar, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no
All I
idea.
know is
I
that
can't
Eric
believe I picked.
Close is the officiant. That's all I remember. I didn't
Oh.
recognize
And-
the other names.
Do you know him from something? Is he in something else?
He's in just like a lot of like random movies and stuff. Not Hallmark, just like things.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised I picked this. I can't believe I picked this one. Thanks, Commander G-Man. Commander G-Man. I can't either. I know.
Yes. I love how you see. Chad was coming up with trying to figure out why he picked this or why he's defending why he picked this one. So
Right.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Commander G-Man knows. You got it. I already regretted that decision, but
All
I'll
right.
watch it.
So Kacy, you were the only one to
Okay.
choose Private Princess Christmas.
all right.
This is going to be a hard pitch for me to sell, and I get that. So, Private Princess Christmas. The plot is V, better known as Princess Violet of Wingravia, adores the privileges of being a royal, if none of the responsibilities. After being disappointed by V one time too many, the queen decides to test her daughter's mettle once and for all and issues an ultimatum. V must pass a rigorous leadership boot camp in Colorado or lose the throne to her uncle. And then she meets Captain Ryan Douglas, played by Derek Klena. And Derek Klena is the sole reason why I chose this film. Because I love him. He stars in my favorite musical, Dogfight. He is an incredible Broadway performer. He was in the Christmas Spectacular Rockettes one. He was great in that. This seems like the plot of the Disney Channel original movies Cadet Kelly and Princess Protection Program combined, which is weird. And I'm very excited, but mostly because of Derek Klena.
My favorite. Can I just say, Kacy read the beginning of that?
Oh,
the beginning of that synopsis.
Well, that's
Yeah, that
unfair.
was not good. Kacy, you read the beginning of the synopsis when you were doing the royal part with a bit of a British accent. I don't know if you noticed or
thank
not. But
I did not.
Okay. very, very
I'm all-
formal.
British, right?
Honestly, this one, I
Kacy-
don't even remember reading this
Kacy,
one.
I do remember
Really?
reading this one, and I just, I'm on your side because I'm in for any royal movie, and I think
Yeah,
it'll
you
be
like the
good.
royal one.
And some
Daniela, I'm with you. I don't remember reading this. I think this is a Lifetime movie, to tell you the truth. I think it's a different network.
This just totally
Yeah,
Sure.
I love the royal movies, and I don't know, this one I didn't get this one, but but again, I mean, I didn't know it was the mixture of the two Disney films, so now I'm
Yeah, I mean, listen, you did not say best. You said what we're most excited for.
Exactly.
I
think
did.
This is going to be a
That's-
6 out of 10 if I had to guess, but I'm still excited.
Okay.
Okay.
When is this one out?
Oh, Friday, December 6th.
Oh, okay.
Cool. All right, so we're going to start to hit into ones that we all had similarity picks for. And John and I both picked "'Twas the Date Before Christmas." So I'll take this one. This stars Robert Buckley and Jessica Graining. To prevent her family from canceling the Chamberlain Family Christmas Olympics, Jessie lies and says she's inviting a date to a long-standing holiday tradition. She meets Brian on a dating app, and he agrees to spend the holiday with her and her family. So, again, it's a fake relationship movie. Love those.
Exactly.
I like
Two,
it.
Jessie Graining is finally got starring in her own Hallmark movie. I have been like pushing for her to be into this one. And this is the first movie of the year. Unless you count the three in the summer, but the first one for Countdown to Christmas. I can't be more excited for this one. I think this is going to be great.
It's an obvious win because of the scheduling. And, 2 words, Robert Buckley, right? It doesn't matter. There's a Christmas competition, Christmas Olympics, and Robert Buckley, we're good to go. It's going to be at least pass.
I'm excited for Amy. Ever since I saw her in the Santa Summit, I was like, this girl needs her own starring role.
Yeah, I'm very
That's what Joe said, too, when we went over that one. Yeah, I think, Joe, that's a really smart pick because we're almost excited for this. It's the first one of the season. So that really should have been in all of our lists.
And I said Jessie, but I meant to say Amy. I wrote that down wrong. But yes, she's
one that I put first.
Yeah, this is going to be a great one. I think they last year they chose a good movie to start with. I think they're going to do the same thing here. So yeah, can't wait for it.
Was that the hockey one?
Yeah, I enjoyed it though. I liked it.
It worked.
Yeah, it worked for me.
Not for me. No way.
It wasn't the best of the year, but I enjoyed it. And truthfully, the first Hallmark movie. Yeah. So.
Okay.
All right. Next, Daniela and Chad both picked Holiday Crashers.
Oh, yeah.
So Daniela, do you want to take this one?
Stars Lindsay Fonseca, Daniela Monet, Chris McNally, and Jag Bal. Best friends who work at a card shop decide to shake their humdrum world by creating new identities to crash the amazing Christmas parties from the shop's confidential invitations. Soon, their lies catch up to them as they're whisked away to a fancy corporate Christmas retreat in snowy Vermont.
Yes.
You in there.
All in. That's right. Thank you. All in. Whisked away.
I'm getting Never Been Chris vibes here. With like the friendship
you know what?
thing.
This sounds like a good time. I mean, it's clearly an homage to Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be. I think it's a fun idea for a movie too. I like it. It drew me in. And you know what? The thumbnail. You're using a different thumbnail here, but the thumbnail that I saw just
was Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Wasn't it? It was Hanukkah too. Yeah.
Hanukkah. Yes. Actually Hanukkah, and they're just having like a fun time, like genuinely fun, crazy party going on. I'm so excited for this one.
Yeah, I think
it does. It just looks so interesting, and then maybe you'll see the different parties. For someone like me who goes to sleep by 10 o'clock at night, I will have to watch other people party. So I like to see that because I'm not going to be doing it myself. So nor is anyone inviting me, but. It's going to be, I think it's cool. It's different. And I was like, it's called Holiday Crashers, but they're going to throw a little Christmas in. I mean, Hanukkah in. Like, it's cool. Let's go. I like it. And again, Vermont. Yeah.
Yes. I was very tempted to put this in my top 5.
Wow.
I'm excited about this one too. I mentioned this on your podcast when we discussed this one. Stars Danielle Monet, and I was like, oh, I know who that is. My kid, maybe, she loved iCarly and Victorious, all that stuff on Nickelodeon. So I knew exactly who this was. And I'm like, oh, I finally know somebody somebody new on in these movies. So, I'm excited for it.
Lindsay Fonseca was John's crush from last year, from the black and white.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was interesting. And the year before, she did the one with the guy from Back to the Future, right? The train one, wasn't that?
Yeah.
She was in. Yeah, she's good.
She's good.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
I know her from Kick-Ass, that movie Kick-Ass. Yeah. So she was. Yes, you don't know that movie?
No, I've never heard of it.
You have to You have to go watch Kick-Ass, John. It's really good.
It's good? Okay.
Yes.
I never even heard of it. All right. I can't even say it. I don't like to curse.
Oh.
It's like,
That's a fun one.
all right, we'll
All
see.
right.
We'll see. Okay, Christmas retreat, snowy Vermont mountains. Where do we go from here? Just down.
So-
there we go, John. Nice.
John,
Another one.
John
Novel
and
Noel.
Chad both picked a novel Noel. John, do you want to take
Yes.
this one?
Oh wait, who?
You.
Oh, me.
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right. A novel Noel stars Julie Gonzalo and Brendan Penny. A successful New York book editor is chosen to run a bookstore in the small town of St.
Yes.
Ives for the month of December. See,
Yes.
it sounds so simple that it can't be bad. It
Yes.
definitely can. But I'm going on Brendan Penny and Julie Gonzalez. It's
Love
going to be
Brendan
cute.
Penny.
It's going to be
Cozy.
It's going to
It
be
sounds
cozy. That's all.
very
That's all.
cozy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I think they should make this an 8-hour movie. We watch them open at 9 and work the whole day through 5. Because I'm interested in like what's the day like. So yeah. I love that. And she's successful, but she's chosen to run a bookstore. Like, what do you mean she's chosen? She is successful. She should have her own choices. But this town of St. Ives sounds nice. I'm in a novel Noel. I like a good alliteration for the title. Yeah, this has all worked for me. Where is St. Ives? It's made up, right? Or is that's not like an actual town?
Skincare brand.
Yeah, it sounds like a spa.
Yeah, yeah.
I got it from the skincare.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think
Still sounds delightful.
I think I have figured out how John chose his movies. He did a search for a small town, and then whatever movie had that in the word, that's the movie he wants.
I really
Are you
Right?
for?
When you search for it.
only by matchup. That was all it was.
Well, how Chad chose it, but I'm pretty sure that's that's how you.
Oh
did
yeah,
it,
no,
right?
you said John, but yes, that's exactly how I did it.
Oh, Chad,
I just I hit Control F small and everything that came up.
Vermont. Control F Vermont.
I have a joke.
Yeah.
about it.
Yes.
I too am confused about how she's chosen it. The summary that I saw said she's chosen to run it for a month, for just for the month of December. I just find it weird to be like, and you're going to be the manager for 1 month in a small town, which seems to me that she's not from St. Ives. Like she's being like moved to St. Ives to do this for a month, and I'm interested to see what that means.
Well,
You're
surplus tires for holidays are no joke, especially in places like that. So that's definitely not unheard of. It's like, yeah, you're here for December. That's it.
Yeah.
We only need you for that.
And when
I like
you're
the
when you're a Hallmark star or Hallmark character, your job is very unique. It's very different. So being told that you have to go do this is what you've been chosen to do this for 30 days or whatever. That seems about right.
True.
All right, yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I'm all right, good. So we picked some. I like some overlap too. So I like the first half of the movie. She won't know how to work the cash register because she's only been there for a couple of days. She's like, how do I ring up a sale?
I really I like the idea of the full 8 hours though. Do like a season of TV where it's just like hour one. All right, we got to sign in.
No one came in. Yeah.
So
No one's here.
another movie that John and Chad both picked, and
Yeah,
Chad, I'll let
John,
you take.
look at us.
Chad, I'll let you take this one. Following Yonder Star.
I'm going to do the British accent like Kacy did for this one.
Okay.
So, Yonder Star, a day spring movie starring Brooke Dorsey and John Brotherton. I can't do it anymore. When a scandal upends a famous TV mother's life ahead of the holidays, she heads to a luxurious Vermont resort for Christmas. Upon arriving, a booking error leads her to a quaint B&B owned by an astronomy teacher. So 2 I picked have astronomy in it. And
good.
also, everyone is right. Well, Dayspring threw me off because I think that's going to be a little more serious.
Yes.
But Brooke Dorsey is always good. She was in Mrs. Christmas or whatever that was, which is fantastic, that one. She was in a bunch of really good ones. That one with Palaha was really good. So famous TV, I don't know, famous luxury Vermont resort, booking error, quaint B&B. I'm in.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie, Chad. This pick for me it didn't go below their names.
Really?
I read it.
Okay.
And I was like, fine, but this is my favorite matchup of the year in terms of like I think they'll knock it out of the park together. I also noticed she's with him in the rehash of their portion of Cherry Lane, even though she wasn't in the original.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's in it too? Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's an extra, I mean, obviously she has nothing to do with him, but they are in that together as well.
are they?
But I'm excited about their matchup more than anybody's this year, and I think it
Wow.
will be fabulous. And my prediction, actually, and you're reading in a British accent, I don't know what you're doing because this is
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
this guy
Beautiful.
following yonder star. You know he's gonna be all up in there.
You're right. You're right. And the thing is, these two are just hideous looking people. Can we watch them for 90 minutes? That's my concern.
That's
So,
what I'm saying. They better both have like just hideous accents. Just like
yeah, that would be. You're right. Yonder, I should have done that. Commando G-Man. So you say this one is in Vermont. I'm being typecast here. But yeah, I need to go to Vermont. I've only been once. I skied there. It was great.
I definitely agree with you, John, on this pick. Like, I love the matchup. Brooke and John are going to be great. However, day spring movies personally don't super interest me. They're the religious, like genuinely, they will talk about the Bible in these films. That's what that's their like. Now that
crap.
they, yeah, that's what day spring means. Yeah. So like
Yes.
this is like
I didn't know it was a
terrible.
movie, but
You
that's good.
Do you remember when I asked you, John, did you actually really pick this one? And you said yes. I said, okay.
Oh, like, yeah, a matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, now we have to watch a Dayspring one. So we're in. So grab your
Yes.
Bible and let's just watch it.
I
Let's
don't
go.
skip any of them. I think so.
Yeah.
I think the religious ones have just as good as a shot. Even though I'm not,
I just don't want to. I don't want them to take themselves too seriously. They have to be fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see. It's a good matchup. Yeah.
All right. So, Kacy, you and John both picked Three Wiser Men and a Boy. You were the only two that did.
can take
This was
one.
obvious choice, but I will let you take this one.
I wasn't going to do it because it's so obvious, but they're just like, it felt wrong to not put it in there for me. So this one, obviously, everybody already knows, stars Tyler Hynes, Paul Campbell, Andrew Walker. I love all three of those men. This is 5 years later, after Three Wise Men and a Baby, and in a crazy turn of events, possibly brought on accidentally by the brothers themselves, the director of Luke's son Thomas's school holiday musical steps down, so they all have to direct the musical and meet their mom's new boyfriend. I love theater. I want to see them all try to direct a school play. We got a little bit of that in An Unexpected Christmas with Tyler Hynes when he got to be in the show. So you can't go wrong. It's not going to go wrong. And also, Russell Hainline helped write this with Kimberly Sustad and Paul Campbell, and he's my favorite writer out there right now, other than Kimberly and Paul. So
that you are absolutely right, Kacy. And just, you know what, this is a weird pick only because yes, it's obvious, but at the same time, and I don't want to be the guy that poo-poos here, but this was one of my picks because I think it has an equal shot. It's the only movie that fit in both categories because I just
the worst and the best.
Yeah, I don't see
Wow.
I don't see a follow-up working for this. Yes, I like
It'll
the
be
theme
tough.
of it, but that is tough. That's like, okay, so you gotta pull off In Merry Measure, which was kind of a cute thing. You gotta build some ties with kids. There's 3 of them. There's a new boy that talks and stuff. It's gonna be a disaster.
Yeah, and are they going to have to do redo the dance or change the dance up? Yeah, it's a whole thing.
It could be just as good, but I think it has a chance of being a disaster.
Now, Kacy, you were on our show, Christmas Cousins podcast, last year when we reviewed Magic and Mistletoe, and that one kind of went off the rails. So I think Paul Campbell's due for a comeback with this one because he was a little curmudgeonly in that one, and it just seemed to it was kind of all over the place from what we thought. So we'll see. I think this one's going to be good. They wouldn't put all these guys into it again if they didn't have a good idea, I'm thinking. So
I'm excited for this one. I'm usually the sequels. I'm always kind of like hesitant about because they have not been good. However, they took 2 years to do this. You know, they did not just release another one the next year. And I think that they at least said, okay, we got to think about what is the story. I think you're right. They brought in Russell, who is a great writer. He's been writing some good stuff. I listened to a interview with Kimberly Sustad on the Girls Gone Hallmark podcast today, actually. And she has a lot of good things to say that they actually they really thought about what the story would be, so that it wouldn't just be, trying to just throw something out just to throw something out. And will it be a big romance thing? maybe not. They said they're going to now focus more on the mom of the kid and and their relationship. Yeah, she only just dumped her kid at the first movie, so
Maybe she
let's
just
figure.
gets out of jail.
By the way, right? It's like some 3.5 Men stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll at least figure out what they are. But
When is
going
this?
to be.
When does it air?
This is in around Thanksgiving.
This is November 23rd, so the week before Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. All right.
So
I do think that when she said they were focusing on the mom, I do think it's the mom of the boys. I think it's Margaret Collins.
Oh, really?
Her new boyfriend. Yeah, because it seems like the mom is with Andrew Walker because he it says it's his son now. So I guess they got married. I don't.
See, now I'm not as excited. I don't know if I want to see a movie about the mom of the three boys.
Yeah.
So. We'll see. Everyone's going to watch it. It's going to be huge. Will it be as good as the first one? I don't know. I'm hoping. As long as it's good, as nearly as good, I'll be happy.
I heard they go on vacation to Vermont, so I'm looking forward to that at the beginning.
All right. So Joe, myself, and Daniela, we both picked a 90s Christmas. So I'm going to take this one.
You do it. Yeah. Okay.
You guys are showing your age. Kacy and I are only in our 20s, so 90s to us is might as well be the 1890s. But okay, you guys go. What's that?
All right, 90s Christmas. Chandler Massey, Catherine Barrow, and Eva Bourne. So workaholic lawyer Lucy Miller is celebrating her promotion alone on Christmas Eve when a mysterious rideshare experience transports her back to 1999, reliving the holiday with her mom, sister, and best friend, not to mention her high school crush. So, yeah, it's a time travel movie. You go back to 1999, Y2K, it's happening. Truthfully, I wish they would have go back to 1992, 94. That's the better time in the 90s, for me. But,
it feels right. So the aesthetic, if they want to be,
this is going to be more like early 2000s.
Yeah. And so that's the only downfall that I think. But, they're going to deal with Y2. There's going to be a Y2K thing here. So I'm excited.
I'm very excited. We on our show we talk a lot about magical Christmas themes. We're huge fans of Magic Christmas and stories that embrace the whimsical side of the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good, what if my life turned out differently if I did this or I didn't do this, like the Family Man storyline. I'm a sucker for that, so I'm excited for this one.
Yep.
I know though there is not enough magic in the lineup.
It's not bad. There's some magic. No, there is. There is.
2 or 3 movies. But yeah, I was excited about this one too.
Yeah.
This was, another one that would have canceled off. I was like, okay, I know Danielle's going to pick this. I'm not even going to put it on my list.
Yeah, this looks and the magical ride share reminded me of the magical van from the what was it, Round and Round Hanukkah movie last year. So I was like, okay, that worked really well. Yeah.
So Chad, you just weren't alive in the 90s. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I was born in '99, so yeah, I was she's just an infant then. So yeah. I turned 25 soon. I'm very excited.
Yeah, Chad and I both.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is nothing.
Sure, Chad. Yeah, I know. Yeah. We'll believe that. All right.
Actually, okay, fine. I actually graduated college in '99. That's when I graduated college. So, as an infant, which is amazing, but I'm very, very smart.
Did you go to school in Vermont?
Yes. Uh-huh. You go UV. That's right.
All right. So now we are going to get into 3 movies where more than 2 people shared it.
Wow.
5-year Christmas Party. Daniela, Kacy, and myself all chose. Daniela, why don't you take this one?
Great minds, guys. Stars Katie Finley and Jordan Fisher. Each holiday season for 5 years, former high school theater rivals Alice and Max reunite in Chicago to work at a catering company's Christmas parties. While their undeniable chemistry grows, the timing is never right for romance, until the company's final season pushes them to confront their true feelings as they say goodbye to the job that brought them together. They might finally find love in the most unexpected way. That sounds so good.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great story.
That'll be a good one.
It has Katie Finley, who I love. I think she's so inherently funny and quirky. She won me over in Love Strikes Twice, and then Sealed with a Kiss, which I really liked. I just think
it was List, right? Sealed with a List.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly why I chose this movie. Sealed with a List was a big surprise. I wasn't expecting it to be any good. I remember like watching it that weekend, going, this is gonna be awful, and I loved it. It's one of the best. It's one of the best ones from last year.
He was just as good in that.
Which one?
I was wondering. I thought that was going to be another dark horse, the Evan Roderick movie, because he was the other guy. He was the other.
And Sealed with a List, yeah.
List, and I thought he was actually better than her.
No. Aren't you guys worried about this taking place in Chicago?
It'd be great. This one.
Yeah, I also chose this one because I love Katie Finley. I loved them in Sealed with a List and also everything they've ever done for Hallmark. Agree, great chemistry vibes. And also I don't see how Katie could go wrong with Jordan Fisher. Jordan Fisher, a big Broadway guy, currently in Hadestown. He's amazing. He's phenomenal. He's going to be great and adorable. I think they're going to have amazing chemistry.
Interested. Okay. Weird placement for that too, though. October 27th. But we'll see.
I used to hard up on these like late October dates. You're like, yo,
Yeah,
I got something for Halloween. I don't know what. Like, what do you think?
I think Hallmark is worried. Like they've seen the movie and they're like, "Ooh, let's put this before Halloween, before anybody's watching." I don't know though.
They only have so many days, you know.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So we'll see. I'm interested.
Yeah.
All right. Again, it takes place in Chicago. I'm not that interested. Although my cousin Seth, my dear cousin's in Chicago, so maybe. Okay.
So, all right. So, the Santa class, Kacy, myself, and Daniela also picked this one. Kacy, why don't you take this one?
Great. Santa Claus stars Kimberly Sustad, Benjamin Ayers. It comes out on December 14th. Synopsis. Ahead of the holidays, Kate North reluctantly takes over her father's struggling Santa school. Soon, she and her new coworker Dan discover who they believe to be the real Santa Claus, lost and without his memories after his sled steered off course and crashed near the school. So why I chose this was because it was written by Russell Heinlein. Love him. I don't see how he can do wrong. And I mean, you know, he did Santa Summit last year. He did In Merry Measure. I just think it's going to be really youthful. Kimberly Sustad is my personal favorite. Obsessed with her. This one, the plot I think is kind of weird. I don't really know how much I'm gonna enjoy it. However, with the writing, I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna be crazy. I don't even know. But also last year, Luke McFarlane did the Santa with Amnesia one, so I also find it weird they're doing Santa with Amnesia again. But like,
right,
it'll be great.
I'm on board for anything Russell wants to offer at Hallmark at this point. He writes great characters, especially side characters.
Yes.
And his storylines are so fun. This just sounds wacky. And the energy, I feel like if it can have the same energy as the Santa Summit, it's going to be just as fun, just as great. I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, this is it's crazy, fun story. Kimberly Sustad's in it. Russell wrote it. That's all I needed. As soon as I started reading through it, I'm like, this is a given. I cannot wait for this one.
Yeah, this was on my list that I gave to you.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to have any of the same as you.
Fine.
Yeah, we don't have any of the same. We avoid it.
So those are the movies that we all said we were personally excited for. All the ones, but
only did 4.
there's some group ones. So we each picked a worse one. We each picked a unique worse one. So, Chad,
yes,
you said Christmas on Call is going to be the worst movie.
I didn't know I had to watch it. I would have picked one I wanted to watch, and I would have slid that in as my worst. I would have been like, you know what looks terrible? The Godfather 2, and I would have watched that. So, okay, Christmas on Call. Like, just think of the title. How horrible being on call for Christmas. I mean, you're working on Christmas. So I'm bummed for the person. I don't want to be bummed. Okay. And then ER doctor, Hannah and EMT West work balancing the relationship, and they're demanding holiday jobs in Philadelphia. Oh, God. So they're working on Christmas. They're stuck in Philly on Christmas. And I've been to Philly many times. It's a lovely town. But I don't want to see people working on Christmas. I want to see people having 2 week swath where they have nothing to do but try different hot cocos, because that's what I want to do, and I don't want to be on call. I don't like the name. I don't like that they're working. I don't want to see hospitals and think of people sick during these movies. Yeah.
Hospitals. You don't want to see hospitals either. So
No, thank you.
Well, everybody's freaking hot cocoa. Screw it.
well,
Would this have,
Hot cocoa flights.
if this took place though in a small town in Vermont,
Mhm.
would you have said yes to this?
You know what? They're still working on Christmas, so that would have been tough. It wouldn't have made my worst.
Office or like a walk-in clinic. It'd be
Yeah.
It wouldn't be Philadelphia.
And if they were sick from maybe having too many sugar cookies, fine. But like if they have like a cold, think of a head cold during Christmas. It's terrible. So
yeah, I agree with you. I don't think this is going to be I'm not excited for this one. I think for the
when
same
am I watching
reasons.
this? When is this airing?
I don't know.
I'm busy that night. Joe. I can't. My
No,
DVR's
oh,
broken.
but you're going to sign up for Hallmark Plus, so you can watch it anytime you want at that point, right?
Yeah, but it's broken that day. It just won't record. My memory's full. It said. I'm trying right now. I'll watch it. Oh God, I feel like I'm on call.
I'm gonna watch it too. So you and I can both talk about how awful it was.
Okay, maybe it'll surprise us, but I feel like I have a job that night, just like Christmas on Call. Like I'm on call to watch Christmas on Call. Okay, all right.
I really like Sir Darius, who's the actor in this. I thought he was great in Jumanji, and he was great in Caribbean Summer. So like I'm here for it. And then also if they go to the Reading Terminal Market, I'll be happy. I don't need to see anything.
I've been there. That's great. That market is great.
Comedy Hallmark movie, it'll probably play well. Yeah, I think it'll actually probably play well, even though the plot is like whatever.
I'm seeing the picture now. I love his sweater in the picture. And Kacy, you're right. That market is phenomenal. The Reading market. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Yeah, Joe, you ever been there? You're a Pennsylvania guy.
I've been to Philly a few times, but I don't think I've been to that market. So
you got to get a pretzel.
Joe, you should figure something out where we watch all the worst ones together. Like we'll watch all the predictions, or do something where we can like monitor them.
We'll figure out something. I'll start thinking about how we can because I want to hear what Chad has to say as soon as he has to watch it.
No, but yeah, more or less just to force Chad to watch all the
yeah,
yes,
please.
Yes.
Yeah. See if I make it to Christmas.
All right, so Jonathan Bennett fans, be prepared to cancel Kacy. She has said that Deck the Halls on Cherry Lane is going to be the worst movie of Hallmark's 2024.
Listen,
and she's stressing about it.
I'm gonna get raked over the coals for this. Like genuinely, when I said that last year's Cherry Lane movie was bad, I got like hate mail. But I had to be honest.
No,
we didn't like it.
Thank you.
I said that too. I got death threats, and I will not say it again. It was very scary.
Here's the thing. I love all these actors. I absolutely love them. Vincent Rodriguez III, amazing in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Love Jonathan Bennett. The script was pointless. It was a pointless script. None of it even happened in the house. Like the house wasn't even important.
3 of them.
And now there are 3 of them. So I picked this one specifically because the plot. So it has Brooke Dorsey, who's amazing. It has Chelsea Hobbs, who's really fun. Benjamin Hollingsworth, who I love. Sam Page, who's great. Like people who I love. However, it's just going to be a bunch of people who I love with a terrible script is my prediction. Because like they have a whole like. They have to do a series of Christmas-themed random acts of kindness. No. They have to find out who's behind the series of Christmas-themed random acts of kindness. So it's like one of those weird mystery ones where like the mystery's fake. And I'm just not, I don't care. I really don't care.
Kacy, you're completely right. Except, I was thinking about all of these Cherry Lane ones. And like my worst was going to be all 3 of them. Because I think all 3 are going to be terrible because it's just going to be 3 extended, badly written scripts. Guaranteed. Yes. I can almost guarantee that all 3 of them will be bad. But that's a good thing.
I guess I was the only one who liked the Cherry Lane, the Cherry Lane one. I thought it was great. I don't know. I enjoyed it. When I watched it, I was at Christmas Con and I was like 5 beers deep, but it was still good.
Exactly it. Joe has a lot of scotch and beer when he watches these.
That's the possible as a confusing multi-timeline
There's a lot
film,
of
for
holes.
sure. When I found out there were 3 of them, I was like, wow, that's a super fail. You didn't need to extend any of
It
those
must have
stories.
it must have done really well in terms of ratings.
Yeah, I
because
get
if
it.
you make 3, that's a lot.
I understand, but guaranteed triple fail.
Ugh.
Plus, they could have done
Will go through. If
the
anyone
one where.
90s one.
That's not
Yeah,
the Cherry
right.
It is.
90s?
One of them is Julie Gonzalo and
No, but the 90s actual one that
no, but
was
there's
on
a
my
Cherry
list
Lane 90s.
that takes place in the 90s.
Yeah, the 90s
okay,
timeline.
okay. Well, I don't know.
That one could go
Maybe.
through, maybe.
Cherry Lane's in Vermont, though, right?
Beautiful. I'm in. Yeah. It might even be too much for me, all 4 of them. They could have done that one where she works in the bookstore, and they could have broken down that 8-hour day into 4 2-hour movies, and we all would have watched.
There you go.
All right. So
I'm sure the Hallmark execs are watching, so they're going to take that idea. Following Yonder Star, that looks terrible. Who would pick that one?
Joe hates religion, that's why.
So
That's right.
my worst, what I think is the one I'm not looking forward to is Following Younger Star. It's the Dayspring movie. Nothing against religious movies, but I have been forced to watch more religious movies than I probably ever should have when I was younger. I don't enjoy them. I don't think they're good. I think they preach too much, and I'm not. I would just like a movie that makes me feel good, and I'll enjoy that. But when it goes in a different direction, much like last year's movie of Dayspring
Wait,
movie.
I thought last year's movie was good.
No,
Is that the diner one? Was that the Dayspring?
no, the Dayspring one was the baby and the she
The baby in
adopts
the manger,
baby.
the town of Bethlehem.
Oh, Bethlehem.
Bethlehem,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. With Benjamin Ayers, maybe.
Mhm.
Right, I didn't know.
Oh, we did see that one.
I thought there was 2 Dayspring last year. I don't
No,
know. I
the-
know the religious ones last year.
Yeah, Heaven Down Here was surprisingly not technically a religious film.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I think this one is going to have chemistry out the Huawei.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That was the. Yeah. Heaven Down Here was the diner one? Was that
Yeah.
one?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, I'm from Jersey. I love a good diner, but I couldn't bring myself to watch that one. I don't commit to all the movies.
I understand your pick with the theme of it, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
not
also.
I'm not looking at labels here. I'm just looking at heart.
I also, if you remember, during the Mount Rushmore of actresses, I was the only one who said I don't think Brooke D'Orsay belongs on anywhere near the Mount Rushmore. So
Oh.
I know, and I have nothing against her. I just have not liked any of her movies.
Not even Miss Christmas? That was a masterpiece.
That
When
was
she was the town tree picker?
Classic.
It was okay.
Classic. Yeah,
That was
a good
okay.
one.
Chickens of a
Wow, yeah, I mean, think of that job, right? All you have to do is pick the tree. I can't say this title. You're right.
In my
I guess
family
it-
side.
Lee, yeah, you're right. That's what I was saying. This is definitely like a Yonder
Yonder.
Down movie. This is going to be.
You're right. Following Yonder Star. You're like Richard Christie kind of voice, like Taco Chica.
All right, Daniela,
Whoa!
worst prediction. Happy
Lounsville.
holidays.
Jessica Lowndes, and opposite the to be announced winner of Finding Mr. Christmas.
They don't even know who it is.
Oh,
yet.
yeah. That's going to be cool.
Does that mean it's not even filmed yet?
No, it is. She's filming this movie right now. I've seen her Instagram. They're just hiding who the guy is.
The one who wins is the stray dog.
Did they find the guy? Like, I thought, is the show done?
No. So like they filmed Finding Mr. Christmas. It's just not going to be like live, but they're filming Happy Holidays right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, so a web page editor spending the holidays alone is drawn into an unusual encounter when she encounters a stray dog. That says it all.
That's a
right
terrible
there.
plot.
It sounds awful. I love
Oh, you guys
dogs.
don't like dogs?
Animal, like the dog movie, right? It's like,
I
well,
love
here's a
dogs
friggin-
as much as the next
Okay.
person. Historically, I actually have not been a fan of the Hallmark animal-centric.
I'm with you.
I
Yeah,
don't,
No,
I
they're
don't
pretty
get
bad.
I
the
agree.
pup factor. Like, they're cute, but it's almost like, okay, that's the shtick. What about the
Yeah.
story, performances? What about? So I'm not looking forward to this at all. And Jessica Lowndes, controversial.
Yeah,
She left.
didn't she go to? She left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's why they're making her do a dog movie. They're going to make her
Come back to Hallmark. Here's the.
They're like,
we're gonna
also you can't sing.
Yeah.
No singing for one movie.
It doesn't.
I've heard her sing a dog's pitch. That's the only thing that can hear that singing in a good key. No offense to her, but it's not great.
Yeah, her GAC contract obviously expired, and now
Wow.
she's come back. So, yeah, this was what I was going to choose, and then I saw you decided to choose it, and I was like, I'll just choose the Daystring movie because
This was also on my.
Yeah, this is going to be awful. I don't care about Mr. Christmas. I'm not going to watch any of that on. I just don't care. I don't care who the other person is. It's going to be the last movie of the year, and it's going to be the biggest disappointment.
Oh, Joe, Jessica Lowndes movies are so good. What are you talking about?
Okay, Mix Up in the Mediterranean is great though. That's the one movie that I like.
Wait for it. These are so bad that they're amazing. It's like I wait for Jessica Lowndes movies. I am so glad she's back to Hallmark because we can actually watch her. I couldn't even bring myself to go to GAC to do it.
All lies.
So referring to Yonder Star, yes, Chad, it's my favorite.
It's my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite. Lee knows what's up.
And then Harry M. Jones, I'm not watching anything with Yonder in the title. Search and Taken.
Wait, aren't you guys interested though to see who wins that reality contest that becomes like the next Hallmark star? Like that's like a life-changing event.
No.
Wait,
No? Really?
I still don't get that. You said they're Which one are they filming now?
No, okay, so they're currently filming Happy Holidays, which means that Finding Mr. Christmas has already happened, so we'll just be like, we won't know who it is until the finale of that.
I know who it is. It's my cousin Seth, my co-host.
I hope they just like surprise us and it's like, oh, surprise, it's a dog.
It's the dog, yeah. He was the best actor of the crop.
Yeah.
Didn't miss one.
All right, and John,
All right.
your worst prediction. 5 gold rings.
I don't remember this one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's that. I can't actually go into much, really, but this is going to be bad just because matchups. That guy, these are some hot people.
Yeah.
I actually worked on a movie with the guy because he's from Vancouver, and spent time in Venice with him, and then
he was in a movie. Can you say what the movie's called?
Yeah, the movie's The Canyon. You can look it up. The Canyons is like one of the worst movies ever made. However, I do not feel like he's going to do well in the Hallmark scape. So I'm looking forward to it.
Did you guys have a tiff like on set or something? Is this what happened? Because you're very down on this movie.
No, I can't tell the story. I would be incriminating people. We didn't have a tiff at all. We were partying. We were partying.
Oh, really?
Wow, you're a douchebag. I've said too much.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Was this party involving snow and not the Canadian kind?
Ladies, I get that.
Say again. Chad,
I said, was the party involving snow and not the Canadian kind?
No. This was like in Italy at a film festival. You're on another country's watch.
Gotcha. I'm just trying to get the dirt going here. Yeah.
See, I saw him in Spectacular when I was a child, and I thought he was great, but also I was a child and I didn't know what good acting was. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, he might like to kids because I think he was in that scape for sure. I'm sure that he played well, but I'm curious. He didn't seem mature in the Canyons. Like he seemed like a kid. So I was like, okay, well, I hope he made the jump here.
Sure.
John, I did just catch
herself as well. She's also kind of crazy.
No, I caught something, John, that might change your mind. That might not make this year worse. Did you see the first line? It returns to her small hometown in Minnesota. Now it's your top 5. I would have picked this one had I read that.
Yeah, I know, but that's the whole thing. It's a matchup, right? Look at these two people. Do either of them look like they've ever been anywhere near Minnesota?
No.
Okay, that's all clear.
They were born and bred in a clone factory in LA. Clearly, both of them.
So yeah. I kind of agree. This kind of feels like a filler movie, to get to that big number that the Hallmark tries to get. I'm not looking forward to this one, but yeah. So those were our worst predictions. So just to review, what movies did we miss that were on the list? Are there any that you wanted to say honorable mention to?
I was going to say right away the Evan Roderick movie. I don't remember the name of it. I had it on my list and I erased it so I could send you my list. But whatever movie he's in, I think has a shot because he was great last year.
Yeah.
I think he actually kind of carried that movie.
I think I still hold out for Cindy Busby. We have not been fans of Cindy Busby.
But
movies.
wait, Cindy Busby's with
But she's with
somebody that I really like.
Unwrapping Christmas is on my list.
But it's also that's a mystery one. It's automatic.
It is?
It's an automatic fail, isn't it? Aren't they all the unwrapping?
No, those are all Hallmark Plus. Hallmark Plus is only doing the 4 Unwrapping Christmas and the 3 Cherry Lane movies.
Jake Epstein.
Oh, really? So wait, they're doing all of the cherry. Oh, wow, those are good. That's the fail channel.
Oh,
Who here has Hallmark Plus? Kacy, I know you got it, right? Joe, did you get it yet?
I have not got it.
John and Daniela, did you get it? Hallmark Plus?
This is hard.
We're in Canada. We can't do that. We have to find.
So we have.
We have to find it
So
on
we have to watch Hallmark Channel on W Network in Canada. However, we do have an IPTV, so we do get the Hallmark Channel, Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, and Hallmark Drama. But we don't have Hallmark Plus. Like, we didn't go out. Can you even go out and get that if we're in Canada?
Yeah, I think you should.
Can you get the Friendly app in Canada? The Friendly app has all of it, like right there. No, really? Wow. Huh. Okay. Wow.
I know, that seems so
proud to be an American so we can get some good channels.
So I think one movie that I had on my list, only because she's returning, we haven't seen her since the 12th Dates of Christmas, is the Mallory Jansen movie.
Yes, I love her.
Yeah, that was also both of our lists. It was like low on my list, even with like 10 or 12. So I was like,
because I loved her. I loved her in that movie. The movie that she's in doesn't quite. It's a singer-songwriter movie. It's but
which one's that?
That was my reason for leaving it off.
It's called All I Need for Christmas. It's on Hallmark Mysteries.
All I need for Christmas in my life. Okay, see marriage. I see it. Struggling singer-songwriter.
So, just to review our lists, Chad's list, he's looking forward to Holiday Crashers, Trivia at St. Nick's, A Novel Noel, To Have at the Holiday, and Following Yonder Star. And he's going to worst movie is Christmas on Call.
I like my worst call. That's good. Yeah.
Kacy's list is The Santa Claus, 5-Year Christmas Party, The Finish Line, 3 Wiser Men and a Boy, Private Princess Christmas, and her worst movie is Deck the Halls on Cherry Lane. You can find her on Instagram to send out your hate mail. So my list is The Santa Claus, 5-Year Christmas Party, 'Twas the Date Before Christmas, Jingle Bell Run, A 90s Christmas, and Following Yonder Star is going to be the worst movie of the year. Daniela, your Santa Claus, The 5-Year Christmas Party, The Christmas Quest, Holiday Crashers, and A 90s Christmas with Happy Holidays as your worst.
Even the title's bad.
Yeah. And John, Following Yonder Star, 3 Wiser Men and a Boy, 'Twas the Date Before Christmas, The Christmas Charade, A Novel Noel, and 5 Gold Rings is going to be the worst.
My list looks like hell.
So that is what we're predicting. And in January, we will all get back together and we will just see if our lists were good. I can't wait to hear Chad's reaction to his movie. I think that's out of everybody. I think that's the one thing we can't wait to hear about. So
we should all watch it live. I need a support group.
I'll do it.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
can we start something like a Christmas bracket where we just yes or no and just see how everybody does? It's the same thing as a ballot, right?
Yeah.
Do some sort of sport.
Maybe what we could do is a Christmas bracket in January. Well, no, we've already watched them. Yeah.
No, it's
we'll think about it.
Hit or miss bracket. I think we should do this.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. So thank you all for joining me. Kacy, where can they find you?
They can find me at The Heart of Reviews on Instagram and also here on YouTube for some of my video reviews and interviews, including one with Russell Hainline soon.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Big score. Okay.
No, we'll definitely watch.
Sorry, say that again. You're doing an interview with him.
Yes, where we're playing my Hallmark Christmas movie board game, which is a board game I invented where you create your own Hallmark movie. It's going to be very silly.
No.
Are you selling the board game?
Yeah,
No, because they would sue me, but I
But
wish.
wait, can't you just play it with friends? Can you make like a version that we can do together?
That would be very fun. I just have one here and I like set up a Zoom camera so I can play it over Zoom.
That would work.
Amazing.
I mean,
sounds like
yeah, maybe we can try that. That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be a thing to do during Christmas.
Yeah.
All we need is these squares. It's the same deal.
Yeah.
So, John, Daniela, where can people find you?
Hit or miss Hallmark movie reviews on YouTube. Only on YouTube.
We'll be back eventually.
We're taking a bit of a break right now, but we're coming back soon for Christmas.
Yeah. Also, our studio flooded. We've had a lot of water this year. Canada got all that water.
Yeah.
That's how you make Molson.
And Chad, where can people find you?
You can find me on the award-winning Christmas Cousins podcast. That's at Christmas Cousins Pod on Instagram and Facebook with my dear cousin Seth, one of the world's wealthiest individuals, and a fascinating, eccentric genius just to watch him alone. We're also, we throw it up on YouTube. I don't know how to like tag so people find it, but that's on YouTube. The last episode, or one of the last ones, where we tasted Trader Joe's pumpkin finds, and my cousin, just go to it, fast forward to the 35-minute mark and watch my cousin almost gag, like throw up while I'm trying something. We're in different states and he almost throws up while I'm trying it. It's really funny. It's very authentic. And if I feel blue, I watch it and I crack up. So it's a good one. I sent Joe the link. I was like, it's so good.
We actually.
What are the awards that you won?
A ton, so many, it would take us another hour for me to list. So award-winning, like best podcast with two cousins, one named Chad and Seth. It was a big one. We won a huge, I mean, I can go on. I don't want to brag though. A Blockbuster Award. That was a big one. Yeah, that was a big one. Yeah. Should I keep going?
No,
Brothers, a podcast of the year, right before they went out.
I mean, everybody's well aware of everything that you've.
We won a Ratty.
Yes.
By Totally Rad Christmas, we did win a Ratty. That's a
You
real
did.
one.
You are
Yep.
award winning. Yes, I do remember.
Award-winning.
I do recall.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, congratulations on that.
Yes, and an Emmy too. But who cares about that?
Wow. Okay. Well, everybody, obviously, if you're on here watching, you are well aware of my channel. I have a couple of big videos coming out here in the next month, and so I'll just leave it at that because I don't know what order they're coming out, so I don't want to promise one over the other. But
well, what are they? What topic, Joe?
Well, I'll mention how the Gilmore Girls almost celebrated Christmas. I do a whole diagnosis of the Christmas winter movies or winter television episodes. I have the final trope count for Christmas in Evergreen 4.
Oh, I like those trope counts. Those are great.
So that is coming out soon. Christmas Evergreen 4, not a good movie. I thought it was, but after rewatching it, it's not a good movie.
Hat Factory, was that the one with the Hat Factory?
Hat Factory,
Oh,
yes.
geez.
Yes. And then Year in Christmas 1984 is in the works, and as soon as I find all the footage, that will come out. So, but those are 3 big ones that are coming out. So, well, thank you all for joining me. We will talk in January and see what our predictions are. We'll talk before that, but we'll talk on here as a group. I like that. And we got a good comment here. Lynn says, I like the trope count ones. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, Lynn.
Everybody should go check. Yes. And
that's how I found you, actually. I was like, what are these? I found them on Reddit, of all places.
Yeah.
So,
really? Wow.
I actually will announce what I'm trying to do. After Christmas in Evergreen 4, I get that one out of the way because I that one is rough. The one after that is going to be 3 men and a baby. The 3 wise men and a baby. So I'm going to be doing a trope count for that one, hoping to get it out. Hoping to get it out right as part 2 is released. So I got work to do. So I got to log off and start writing a script. So
that's right. This was fun. Guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I'm the Christmas aficionado, and remember, stay off the naughty list.